guys, Matt V's Movies back for another video, and today is a little bit of an update video on a video I posted about the film Monster Hunter. Now I received this through the post, and what I ordered was the 3D and 2D version of the film from Amazon Germany. Now, when I opened this and looked at the packaging, I found that there was no mention of 3D at all. So I was like disappointed and thinking, well, you know, they've sent the wrong thing here. So obviously contacted the seller through Amazon and just advised that they've sent the wrong disc, or the wrong edition, shall we say. And anyway, put a few comments. There's some comments on my review of this. In particular, Keith at Euphoria Pictures, fantastic channel. Go and check him out. You know, he's got an amazing collection. You know, he's got some fantastic editions. But yeah, he just sort of mentioned to me. He said, "Have you checked the disc out?" And I kind of thought, well, actually, no, I haven't. So that's what I did, and lo and behold, the 3D is on this disc, which is absolutely amazing. There's no mention of it on the disc. See there's no mention there. It just says Blu-ray, and there's nothing on the back at all to say anything about 3D. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that it's just a 2D Blu-ray, but no, 3D is on here. And today we're going to do a little bit of a review on the 3D quality. So that's coming up, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about the 4K as well, because I do have the 4K Steelbook, and a bit of a follow-up to an unboxing I did on my channel a few months ago, looking at the Steelbook. So that's what's coming today, guys. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below and hitting the notification bell so you'll be informed when I upload a new video. Also appreciate comments on the videos. You know, it's really great to have some interaction. You know, your thoughts on the film. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What version have you got? Blu-ray, 3D, 4K, DVD. So yeah, it's really nice to have that interaction. So yeah, really appreciate if you give the video a thumbs up. That really does help the channel. And you know, if you wish to share the video, that's great as well. Please also find me on Instagram. I do post pictures and occasional video on there. So if you're on Instagram, please go and check me out on there. So let's get on with the video. So we've got the 4K Steelbook that came out in the UK with a really nice design on the front. And then we've got the German 3D and standard Blu-ray 2D version, if you like, on this side. So we'll talk a little bit about each in the video. So Monster Hunter came out in 2020, and it was certificate 12 in the UK. It's an action stroke monster genre, and it ran for 1 hour and 44 minutes. Just to give you a brief summary of the film. Captain Artemis and her group of soldiers are pulled into a world where dangerous monsters and humans coexist. Grappled by danger, they must find a way to escape with the help from a mysterious hunter. The release date in China was the 4th of December 2020, and it was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Now, he was the director that did all the Resident Evil films, which again starred his wife, Mila Jovovich. The budget was $60 million US, and the box office for this was $44.4 million, so it didn't do very well. The cast included Mila Jovovich as Natalie Artemis, Tony Jaa the Hunter, Ron Perlman, Admiral, Megan Good, Dash, Diego Benita, Marshall, T.I., Link, Hirono Yamasuki, Handler, Josh Hellman, Steeler, Jin A. Young, Axe, Aaron Bellina, Palico, Yannick Schumann, Aiden, and Nanda Costa, Serious Handler. So we'll look at the Steelbook first, and the 4K transfer, and then we'll move on to the 3D and the Blu-ray. So just another look at this. It's a matte finish, nice design on here, and then on the back you've got sort of quite simple, just a dragon with a matte background, and on the inside you've got the design of the two main characters in the film, and then you've got the 4K disc and the Blu-ray. Now there's not a great deal of artwork behind there, it's just kind of the mountains and the two main characters. So onto the tech specs. We've got a Dolby Atmos soundtrack on the 4K disc, true HD 7.1 compatible, English audio, descriptive track, Hindi, Hungarian, Polish, Russian, Tamil, Telugu, Turkish, French, Italian, and there's a load of subtitles. I'm not going to go into all of those, but you can see. So yeah, that's the and there's some special features on here as well, which I've actually yet to dive into, to be honest, but yeah, and you can see it's a Sony release this, so already you're going to know you're going to get good picture quality on this one. So what did I think? Yep, it's a great transfer. You know, the colours, a lot of this is set in sort of a desert at the start, so there's not a great deal of colour, but you know, as we progress into the film, there's sort of scenes where they're in like a jungle location, and you got a lot of, you know, greens and colours of flowers and all this kind of thing. And the climax of the film, there's kind of I suppose like it looks a little bit like Lord of the Rings in some way. You've got like this huge tower, and a lot of sort of electricity, and it's just a sort of very fantasy feel about it. And there's a lot of scenes of sort of mountains, and it feels like they've taken from Lord of the Rings in this. So yeah, it looks fantastic, you know, and I'd say the sound, again, a good Dolby Atmos soundtrack on here. You get some overheads, good left and right separation, good rear effects, and some good bass on here. You know, it's a decent transfer. It's a modern film shot digitally, so it's going to look good, and you know you're going to get a good transfer with Sony. So on to the 3D straight Blu-ray version that has come from Germany. As you can see, you've got a nice image on the front here of the two main characters and one of the monsters sort of at the start of the film. And so yeah, that's nice. This comes in a thin case, so you've got the title on the spine there, and then on the back, now all this is in German. This company, and again, if you're interested in picking this up, if you look on amazon.co.uk, there's a seller on there called Momox, and they're like a second-hand seller. I think they're like the German equivalent of, say, Music Magpie that we have in the UK. This was second-hand, so I managed to get it quite cheap. And yeah, there's no mention of 3D on here at all, and again, this is kind of what threw me You know, they just mention sort of Blu-ray specs, and that's about it. But as I say, you know, pop the disc on, and lo and behold, there's the 3D as a separate option. You know, you can either select 2D or 3D, so you got the best of both worlds with this one. If we open it up, you've got the disc. Again, no mention of 3D on here, just Blu-ray. And you can see there's reversible artwork on here. Now, I'll just take this out and we'll have a look. Well, there's the reversible art with that awful sticker thing. So, you know, that can be switched around for a nice clean art. So, if we get a bit closer to here, you can see the tech specs. And we've got a German and an English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 mix, Dolby Digital 2.0 German mix, and there's extras on here as well. Now I can confirm the extras are in English language, but they come up with German subtitles, but you can take the German subtitles off, so that's nice to know. So yeah, that's just sort of the sleeve. I say it's a bit misleading because there's nowhere mentioned about 3D on here at all. So if you was to pick this up, you'd probably do exactly the same thing as me and think, right, I need to contact the seller because, you know, this is the wrong version. So you're probably thinking, well, why have you got the Steelbook with the 4K and the Blu-ray, and then you've gone and picked this one up? Well, the simple fact is that I do like the 3D presentations, and with this particular release, the 2D and the 3D is all on the same disc. So what I intend to do is to put this disc inside the Steelbook, and I'm actually going to send this version with the UK 2D disc inside here, and I'm going to send it to a fellow YouTuber, AJ's Movie Place. Fantastic YouTuber. He puts out a lot of content. Him and I have very similar tastes in movies. We like a lot of science fiction films, action, adventure. So yeah, go sub to him. And yeah, AJ, this is going to be coming in the post to you at some point. Okay, so what did I think of the 3D on this? Well, yeah, fantastic. I didn't watch the whole film, but I did watch about 15 to 20 minutes, various scenes. I kind of watched the sort of last 10-15 minutes of the film at the end, the sort of finale section. But yeah, great transfer. Again, looking through a window, a lot of depth to this. There's the odd pop out, a few scenes where there's sort of swords flying around and they seem to pop out of the screen a little bit, but the main emphasis is on depth on this one. And, you know, there's no complaints here. It's a good transfer. I guess this was a sort of post-converted 3D, which I think most are now. I don't think they use the 3D cameras anymore. But yeah, it looks great. Certainly the scenes towards the end of the film with the dragon flying around, that's fantastic. He looks amazing flying through sort of 3D space. You know, it gives that a little bit more sort of depth to the film and just adds something a little bit extra. And there's great scenes where they're sort of firing bows, well, arrows from bows, and you can see those sort of flying through the air. And just that added sense of depth, so it gives that little bit of extra sort of pow to it. Yeah, I was really, you know, thought, yeah, this is great. I'm really pleased that I've picked this up. It's a good transfer, and I'm going to leave it a little while to watch the film because it wasn't that long ago I watched it in 4K. But from what I've seen, I really enjoyed the 3D presentation. And looking forward to watching it again. It gives a little bit of a different angle on it, you know, a little bit of a different take. So yeah, I'm interested to definitely watch it again. So I'm very, very pleased to have picked this up in 3D. So on to the sound. Yep, this is DTS Master Audio Mix. Again, you know, a great mix. These DTS tracks are fantastic. You know, a lot of bass on them, heavy bass. I did a review for June 2021, and a similar thing on that. There's a DTS Master Audio Mix on the 3D disc, and you know, it's great. You know, very cinematic. Yeah, you're not going to get sort of the overall sort of atmospheric overheads, although my amplifier does upscale to Neural X, so it gives you a kind of faux Atmos or DTSX, shall we say, feel about it. But obviously it's not, you know, the full DTSX or Dolby Atmos, but it's good, you know. And I say good left and right separations and nice effects from the rears. And with the DTS, you're getting a real sense of bass with this. So it's, yeah, it's a thumbs up. Great, you know, great soundtrack on this release. So guys, that was just my review of Monster Hunter. Would I recommend this? Yeah, it's a fun ride. Don't expect, you know, anything amazing. It's you know, one of these popcorn films that you kind of leave your brain at the door. A bit of fun, nothing amazing, but if you do have 3D capability, I would highly recommend picking up this edition. It's a great transfer, you know, it's a good 3D presentation, and we're not getting sort of 3D films much now at all. So yeah, I'd say it's probably maybe the best way to see it, certainly if you're into 3D. But if you're not into 3D, you know, you can still get the 4K. I mean, there's a lovely Steelbook here, probably available still in the UK, and you know, the Amaray as well, obviously. So it's probably best to pick this up sort of, you know, fairly cheap. I wouldn't go paying full price for this, because it's you know, it's not the best, but it's entertaining, you know, just good sort of throwaway entertainment, sort of hour and a half or so. Well, I think it might be 2 hours actually, but you know, just a bit of fun really, so not to be taken too seriously. And just as I say, just when you're ordering this and you get it through, don't think, oh gosh, you know, they've sent me the wrong thing here. The 3D is on here. Just make sure, obviously, when you're ordering that it is the 3D one that you're going for, because you know, it can easily happen that you just get the 2D version. So guys, that's just that video for you. Hope you've enjoyed that. Take care and see you in the next one. Bye now.